Brother Phelim, are you daydreaming again? Those illustrations won't do themselves, you know. Let's have a look at your work there. Well, that's interesting. It puts me in mind of one of the old pagan stories. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, that must be Finbar. Would you go out and see what he's done to himself? Hurry up now. Go and see the brother Finbar. He must have done himself an injury.
Brother Finbar? Are you alright, brother? Has something happened to you?
I want you to tell me what happened to Finbar. Have you seen him?
Not yet, no. There's something else I wanted to ask you about, brother.
Later, Phelim, later. First you must see that no harm has come.
Brother, I've seen Finbar.
Have you, lad? And how is he?
He seems to be moonstruck. He just stands there and won't say a word.
Moonstruck, is it? I'm feeling that way myself, Phelim. As if half of me had fallen down a hole or been swallowed by some passing beast.
What's to be done about Finbar?
Do whatever seems best, lad. I'll pray for all of us. Do you know what I think? It's all connected to that star that's been shining in the day. I'd swear on it.
What can you tell me of the weeping head in the church porch, brother?
The weeping head? Ah! That would be the Holy Virgin, my boy. In pagan times, they said it was Aine, of course.
Aine?
That's right. One of the old goddesses, you know. They say she killed Aine, the king that's buried in the mound outside, and felt sorry for it afterwards, which is why the head weeps. Ah, sure, she's gone now, along with all the rest of them, thanks be to God.
Who are you?
I am Dian Kerst, a physician and a craftsman. It was I made Nuada's silver hand for him, and his sword.
Who's the man sitting over there?
That's Nuada, once king of all the Tuatha.
He looks worried.
So he should. A shadow has taken Nuada's hand from me. The silver hand I made for him to replace the one he lost in battle. Without it, he can't fight the Fomorach.
A shadow took it.
I, a Fomorach shadow, and took it to Bresh's glass tower.
Who's Bresh?
That ugly half-Fomorach that's standing guard over us. He's the king now, and we are no better than prisoners. The Fomarach will lay waste to the land, and to the Tuatha, if Nuada doesn't have his silver hand.
How can the hand help you?
Only Nuada's sword can kill Bresh, lad. And how can he wield it without his silver hand? The Shadow's taken it down to the glass tower, down in a watery hole.
Where? What watery hole?
You'll have to find it. Bring me the tower of glass.
Did the shadow take the sword as well?
The sword! Where is it? The Shadow didn't touch it, I'm sure of that. We'll need the sword as well, lad. You'll have to find it.
Tell me about the monster over there.
Bresh. He's half Fomarach, half Tuatha. A cursed mix if ever there was one. And since the king lost his hand, Bresh has ruled over all.
Who are the Fomarach?
The enemy. They were the Firbolg's enemy, and now they're ours. And they'll destroy us all if Nuada doesn't get that silver hand I made for him.
That statue is a fine work. Who's the girl?
My daughter, Airmid.
The hand! That shadow stole it. I must have it back. And where's my sword? That wasn't taken. But I can't see it. To kill the Fomarach, I need them both.
Who are you? Why can't you talk? There must be some way I can help you to talk. Who are you? What? There must... Say something!
A force. A dark force is abroad.
Yes, what is it? Who are you?
Freed from its chains, seeking to destroy us. You are its enemy.
What is this force? What can I do?
Ride the white horse.
The white horse? Where is it?
Read the stone.
Read the stone to ride the horse? I'm not sure I understand. Tell me who you are.
You'll need the knife, of course. Bring it to me.
The horse you told me of is caught in the standing stone.
You must free him.
Tell me who you are.
Aine is my name. Back from the dead.
Who were you when you lived?
A king. A proud one.
How did you die, King Ahil?
An ugly death I died. Aine, the goddess, crushed me and scattered my bones.
What had you done to deserve her anger?
A foul thing it was that I did to her. Too foul for words. I deserved no better death.
What can you tell me of the strange markings on the church wall?
They've always been there, you know. It's Ogham, the writing used by the heathen druids. I don't know what it means, I'm sorry.
I wish I could read it.
Is that right? Huh, that's very funny.
How do you mean, funny?
Speaking of the Ogham, put me in mind of a key I have. You take it now, and see if there's anything you can do with it.
What does it open, brother?
Do you know, I can't remember, but I'm sure you'll find it. You're a clever young fellow, Phelim. You'll find it, whatever it is.
On Forsalat. The knife is ready for the trees.
Do you know what these trees are, brother?
Well, I'm sure I do. I've always had a fondness for trees, Phelim. Is there one in particular you're interested in? Sure, that's a birch tree, so it is. Well, that's an ash tree, of course. There was one standing right up against the church, but that was long ago. Ah, the handsome oak. There was one, you know, that grew beside the standing stone. I've never been one for fir trees myself, but there are people who swear by them. I've never been one for fir trees myself, but there are people who swear by them. Do you not recognize elder when you see it? Elderberries make a very effective wine, very efficacious. There was one growing a long while back up against the standing stone. I think you're having me on, Brother Phelim. How could you possibly not recognize a gorse-bush? White thorn. Ah, Phelim, the blossom on them. Well, that's an ash tree, of course. There was one standing right up against the church, but that was long ago. Ah, the handsome oak. There was one, you know, that grew beside the standing stone. Do you not recognize elder when you see it? Elderberries make a very effective...
Well, well. 'Tis not often I get a blackbird like myself for company.
Ah, is that right?
Have you come far?
Not so far, no.
Good, good. You'll not be stopping long, I take it. You'll be on your way again soon enough.
I don't want to overstay my welcome. My name is Phelim.
Phelim. A fine name for a blackbird. Me own name is Finton, by the way.
Do you happen to know of a glass tower in these parts?
Well, I have heard tell of such a thing, but I've not seen it for myself. I'd say it must be a fine sight altogether. Have you laid eyes on it yourself at all?
I haven't, no. I'm here to find it.
Is it far you have come?
Not so far, no.
You'll not be stopping long, I take it. You'll be on your way again soon enough.
Just as soon as I find the glass tower.
That's fine then. It's a fine day for it anyhow.
I could be here a while if I can't find the tower, of course.
Oh, is that right? Well, you'd best start looking for it then.
Where should I look?
Well, if it's not on the ground, and it isn't, and if it's not above the ground, and it isn't, then there's only one place left. Here's a wee stick to help you. Don't dawdle and dither and tarry now. It's the early bird catches the worm.
Tell me about yourself, Finton.
'Tis a sad tale, Phelim. A powerful epic of tragic intensity.
Well, could you summarize it for me? Or I'll be here all day.
Summarise, is it? What's the world coming to at all?
How did you get to be a blackbird?
'Twas Aine, the goddess Aine. Stay well clear of her, Phelim, I'm telling you. Never address a poem to her, even if you're desperate.
Was it she that made a bird of you?
It was, to be sure, the old hag. You see, the way of it was, I had composed a few verses, hardly any worth speaking of, praising her as my inspiration. You know the way it's done. Then I came across the story of Airmid, the healer's daughter, and my heart was no longer my own.
And so Onya punished you from jealousy.
Indeed she did. No more a man, and not quite a bird. But do you know, I haven't given up hope. Not at all. One day she'll take pity and set me free. Free to fly the skies of Ireland.
Do you remember a man called Ahill?
And why wouldn't I? The fellow with the horse. Sure, he often came here with the woman. Never the same one at all. A terrible man.
How am I to get down that well?
Your trouble is you're a bird like myself, Phelim. What you need to do is become more of a fish, if you see what I mean.
How can I become a fish, Finton?
Well, I can't help you there, but if you're willing, you'll find a way. You can be sure of that. Hope springs eternal and so on. Never say die, etc.
There's a giant snake down that well.
That's awful news, Phelim, awful news. I knew of a girl who could have helped you easily. Airmid. Her father was a craftsman and healer to a king. The very finest, so it was said, but Airmid was finer still. 'Tis for love of her that I'm a blackbird now.
Do you know of a poet called Fintan?
I do not. Is there any reason that I should?
He chose your daughter for inspiration.
Now, why would he do a thing like that?
Fintan's a poet. Where would he be without his muse?
And what does this Fintan have to do with me?
Well, before Airmid, his muse had been the goddess Aine.
Onya! I see it now. The fool scorned her by choosing another muse, and she took out her spite on my poor Airmid.
And on Fintan, the poor man's half blackbird.
Is that right? Good enough for him.
How can I get the glass tower? Can you help me?
No, I can't. I know only that Nuada's hand's inside it.
I have the sword, boy, but not the hand. Find the glass tower. You can't kill anyone or anything with that sword, boy. Only I can. And only if I have the silver hand. Find it for me.
Tell me about the standing stone, brother.
There's nothing I can tell you, Phelim. They say it's been there since long before the Holy Patrick converted our ancestors to the true faith.
What are the strange markings on the church wall, brother?
They've always been there, you know. It's Ogham, the writing used by the heathen druids. I don't know what it means, I'm sorry.
Have you heard tell of Fintan the poet?
The songbird.
Do you know his story?
Who does not? He wooed Anya with his verses, then was foolish enough to set his cap at another muse, a scrap of a girl from a story he heard.
And Anya was not best pleased.
Fintan always claimed he'd been a songbird in another life, you see. So didn't Anya only make him one again?
Where is your daughter?
Airmid. She's there, lad. That statue is her.
I don't mean the statue, I mean your real daughter.
My daughter is the statue. It was Anya made her that way, out of spite.
Anya? Who's that?
Do you not know who the goddess Anya is? You're joking me.
But what did Airmid do to upset her?
Nothing at all. Anya was angry for some reason, and my girl paid for it. If she weren't a statue, she might be able to help you.
How? What could she do?
Well, there's no point in talking about it, unless of course you could persuade Anya to change her mind. And I don't see how you'll do that.
How can Bresh be defeated?
Only one way, lad. Nuada must kill him with the sword I made him. But he can't do that if he doesn't have the silver hand.
Can no one else defeat the Fomarak?
No, only Nuada. He was our king and must be again. Or else there will be no light in the world at all.
I've borrowed Nuada's sword.
So I see. You can't kill with it, you know.
I don't see why not. It's a fine, sharp blade.
So it is. Didn't I make it myself, after all? But it was forged for Nuada. You'll not kill with it.
How can I get the glass tower? Can you help me?
No, I can't. I know only that Nuada's hand's inside it.
What do you know of a healer's daughter called Airmid?
Airmid? Of the Tuaha?
Do you know what happened to her?
She had the misfortune to be the unknowing muse of a foolish poet, and was the object of the goddess Onya's anger.
What can be done for her, Ahil?
Only Onya can undo what has been done, boy. And there's no Onya now, not since the ancient sun stopped spinning across the sky. You'll not be speaking to her.
I'm talking to you, am I not? And you are dead 1,000 years. Why wouldn't I speak with Onya?
Well said. She'd thank you for it, so she would. The old sun crossing the sky again. What a sight that would be.
Brother Liam?
What is it, Phelim?
The ancient sun or the old sun, do they mean anything to you?
Is there any reason why they should?
The ancient sun spinning across the sky?
Now that's a strange thing. It puts me in mind of Bridget's cross, so it does. Here.
I have come.
You are Onya?
I am. I am here.
Nuada, who was once king of the Tuatha, needs help.
That man will always need help. I have no help for him.
Ahil spoke to me of you.
You speak not only to goddesses, but to the dead. Yes, Ahil has cause to remember me.
He said he'd done you a great wrong,
He spoke no more than the truth.
but he didn't say what his crime was.
He raped me. Me, Onya. He was a proud, impatient little king. But he's dead, so why speak of him?
There's a statue.
What of it?
It was a young woman once.
Yes,
Airmid, daughter of Dian Kecht.
a pretty little statue, isn't she?
You made her a statue, Onya, for no good reason.
I was angry. Isn't that a good reason?
I don't believe so. I need her help, and she can't give it to me.
Would you care to be a statue as well, little man?
No, I wouldn't. I ask you to free her, and the poet Fintan.
That is a lot to ask. What have you done for me?
I have set the ancient sun spinning across the sky. How many have done as much, or wanted anything in your gift these 500 years?
That was well said. It shall be as you ask. Stranger,
You are Airmid, aren't you?
I am. And you?
I am called Phelim.
I owe you many thanks, Phelim. There was something I would have given as a gift to you, but it was taken from me.
I ask for no gift, Airmid. Who took this thing from you?
The shadow, Phelim. The same that took the silver hand from my father.
And what did the shadow do with it? Is it in the glass tower with the hand?
No, the Formerach Bresh keeps it on him.
did you know it was Aine that made you a statue?
Yes, but I never knew why.
And did you know you were a poet's muse?
I did not. Why he should choose a craftsman's daughter is a wonder to me.
Tell me about yourself, Airmid.
There is little to tell. I am a healer like my father, and like him I will do what I must to see Nuada king once more and to drive the Fumarach from the land of the Tuatha.
How did Nuada lose his hand?
It was cut off in battle, Phelim. Without another he has no right to kingship over the Tuatha. That's why my father made him the Silver One. With that, he can wield the sword and win back his rightful place from Bresh.
Your father is a gifted man, Airmid.
He is Dian Cécht, the finest craftsman and healer of the Tuatha. There is none more gifted.
There's a snake that guards the tower in the well, and I don't know how to get past it.
I could have helped you. If only...
If only what, Airmid?
If only I had my salmon.
Well, where is your salmon?
I don't know. I should have it. It must be somewhere.
Didn't you get your salmon back?
I did! It was a great blessing, Phelim.
Where is it?
I've made something from it. Something that will help you. It's an amulet you can use to breathe beneath the water and also to protect yourself. Take it.
I have the glass tower.
Good lad, give it to me now. The Tower of Glass. Good man. Not easy to break, from what I've heard. Let me think now. Yes, I know what I'll say to it. Gumwigga Kobug, Luglugger Who. There, that should do the trick.
What did you do to it?
Have you not been listening? I've woven a bit of fragility into it. It's up to you now, young fellow.
You can't kill anyone, or... You can't... The hand. Now, boy, give me my sword. Brother Phelim, God be praised. Would you look at Finbar over there? He's nearly right as rain, and I can say the same for myself. I thought a little celebration wouldn't be a bad thing. Are you coming? Mary and Joseph, where did that thing come from? And I wonder what this is. Here, maybe you can make something of it, Phelim. Are you right, Finbar? And why wouldn't I be? Away we go then.